How do you create a WordPress powered website using SiteGround? Let's get to it. What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is David. So either you have a shared hosting account with SiteGround or you're thinking of using SiteGround as your web host. Now in this tutorial video, I just want to briefly and quickly walk you through the process of how you properly set up a WordPress website using SiteGround, as well as an independent domain name register like Namecheap, Google Domain Names, Dynadot, etc. Now, creating a website with SiteGround is very easy and very fast, but it does have a few little quirks, and so I just want to cover all the little details that maybe you just wouldn't know as a beginner as it relates to setting up your website fast and easy with SiteGround. We're going to begin by getting a domain name at a domain name registrar, then we're going to briefly cover the process of getting a shared hosting account with SiteGround, then we're going to cover the process of actually setting up a WordPress powered website using a domain name registrar and SiteGround. So if you're ready, let's begin.
Okay, so step one to creating a website quickly and easily with SiteGround is to get a domain name. And so I recommend using a domain name registrar like Namecheap or something like Dynadot, for example. That's because these two places are where you can get domain names for a very affordable price, okay? And so like with SiteGround, they charge about $16 per year for a .com, whereas with Namecheap, for example, look, it's $8.88 a year. And so anyways, to get started with registering a domain name, you're going to have to create a Namecheap account, but otherwise just search for what the domain name that you want to register. So my super amazing blog.com, let's take a look. Okay, so now it's available to add to cart. If it's not available, then you just come up top here and then type something else in until you find something that is available for you to register. So just go ahead and click on add to cart and then view item, and let's check out. Okay, here on the checkout page, you can set how long you want to register the domain name for. So all registers allow you to register for a domain name for up to 10 years in advance. And you also get WhoIsGuard for free with Namecheap, which is just fantastic because SiteGround charges extra for this. And most like web hosts charge extra for WhoIsGuard. And now if you're like, what is WhoIsGuard? Well, part of registering a domain name, you have to provide contact information because it's just an ICANN rule right here. ICANN fee, just an ICANN rule. And so you want that contact information to be private because you don't want people like having your email, phone number, your address of where you live. That's what WhoIsGuard does. It keeps all that information private, and with Namecheap, you get it for free. So anyways, all you have to do is just set how long you want to register it for, and then click on confirm order, and that's it. Welcome to SiteGround.com. So SiteGround is actually one of just 3 web hosts that are recommended by WordPress. So this is wordpress.org/hosting, and they recommend Bluehost, DreamHost, and SiteGround. Now SiteGround, because they are one of the fastest web hosts available. That means like their servers, their speed at which your website will load for the end user is some of the best around. And on top of that, they provide excellent support for any type of technical question. They just assist you. They don't send you some link to some resource page where you have to figure it out yourself. They just take care of all the little technical details if you need help with anything for you. Now you have 4 different packages. Cloud hosting is obviously for high performing sites. WooCommerce is for obviously websites that are powered by WordPress and WooCommerce, and you're trying to do the e-commerce thing. Managed is okay, but I like having more control over my website, so I personally just like standard old web hosting. So just click on the orange button to get started. They have 3 packages. Startup allows you to have 1 website, which is too limiting, so Grow Big really is the best deal around. It starts at $9.99 a month as an introduction rate, and so if you try SiteGround out for a year, if you like it, great, then you can stay. If you don't like it, then you can just move to a different web host. It's not a big deal, and that's a great starter price for a quality web host like SiteGround. Anyways, just click on Get a Plan. Now, this page, because you registered a domain name at a domain name registrar, you want to click this. I already have a domain name. Now you just want to type in the domain name that you registered. So let me go ahead. There we go. So this is a domain name I own. That's at Namecheap. Let me go ahead and click on proceed. There you go. And so again, I'm not going to insult your intelligence and walk you through how to pay for something online. Just fill out your account information, payment information. Right down here, you can choose the data center. So if you want to change it, so right now it's set to Asia, Singapore. But like if I know my traffic is going to be from the United States, maybe USA, Iowa. If you're European, you could pick Germany. Asia would be fantastic if you're, making a website that's more geared for Asia, for example, whatever. Now, SiteGround Scanner, you don't need that. Then just click these two check boxes right there and click on Pay Now, and that's it.
So now we have a domain name at a domain name registrar, and we have a shared hosting account with SiteGround. And so the process of setting up a website is very quick and easy, but the only weird little detail with SiteGround is how to set up the SSL certificate. So with other web hosts like Bluehost, for example, they'll take care of that process for you. With SiteGround, you kind of have to manually do it yourself. Now, it's not difficult. It's literally the click of a button, but you have to click a button to install the SSL certificate. You have to click another button once WordPress is installed. So I'm just going to cover all the little details that you need to know on the back end to get your website set up quickly and easily so you can begin creating and designing your website. So let's get started.
Okay, so this is your SiteGround dashboard. So once you submit payment, you should be looking at something like this. To set up a WordPress website is obviously very simple. You just click on the big orange button that says Set Up Website. You can also click on the tab at top where it says Websites. This will list out all the websites that you have added to your account. To add a new website, just click the orange button. And so right now we'll be on this page right here where we can set up our website. So add a new website. Now we have a couple different options. Temporary domain name means like abc123.siteground. That's literally just for temporary purposes. New domain name means that it's going to register a domain name through SiteGround and we can install a website that way, but I recommend using Namecheap because you have better prices at Namecheap. Anyway, so we want to go to existing domain name. So click on select. Okay, so now we want to come down here and enter in our domain name. So I'm going to put in, there we go. Okay, so this is a domain name that I own. Click on continue. Now it's going to give you this little warning message right here saying it's not registered in your SiteGround account, blah, blah, blah. That just means because it's registered at a domain name registrar. So don't worry about this. Just click on continue. Okay, so now we can set up our website. So we can migrate a website from another web host or we can add a new website. So we're going to add a new website. Go ahead and do that. Choose the application. We want WordPress, so click on that. Okay, so now just create your email address that you'll use to log into your website as well as a password. So let me just do that. There we go, and password. Okay, now I'll click on continue once you're all set with that. It'll say SiteGround Scanner, we don't need that, and just click on finish. And there you go. So now WordPress is installing. It should take a minute or two to complete. Okay, fantastic. So it says the website chemistryofattraction.com has been created, but we need to update the name servers. So that's the next step with this, okay? So what this means is that we have to go into our domain name register and have the domain name be pointing to our hosting account. Okay, so when people try to visit the domain name, all the files and data and information is going to be received from our hosting account. So anyways, we have to go into whatever domain name registrar you use. I use Namecheap. And so this is the domain name, and you just want to find wherever it says name servers. Now we want to click the drop down and you want to go to custom DNS. Now you have to put in name server 1 and 2. Very simple. Just take this, highlight name server 1 and copy and paste that in, and go to name server 2. There we go. Copy and paste that in. Boom. And then click on the little green check mark. Okay, so DNS has been updated. It could take 40 hours to take effect. Personally, I've never seen it take that long. Usually takes like a few minutes up to 30 minutes for everything to propagate as appropriate. And so now we're good to go. So now you can click on websites. And when you click on websites, it's going to list the website that you just added. Okay, so now the thing we need to do is install an SSL certificate. So we can click on this button right here to go to add SSL. And so we have a couple different options. We just need Let's Encrypt. It's free, so we want to have that one be selected. Then we want to click on Activate. You can also do that by managing right here, clicking on Manage Site. And if you click on this button, it's going to load up the SiteGround's kind of like custom panel for the backend of your website. So you'd want to go here to Security and then go to SSL Manager. So both of these things link to get you to the same spot. And so just select the domain name that you want to add an SSL for, click on Let's Encrypt, and go ahead and click on Get. Okay, so now Let's Encrypt is properly installed, and now you have an SSL certificate installed on your website. So it does take a few minutes for that to finish, not a big deal. So what you just did is you installed an SSL certificate. So now when people visit your website, they're going to be seeing this little lock icon up top there, and that is it. Now it's time to log into our website. So go back to your SiteGround dashboard, click the Websites tab. This is going to be the website you just added with the SSL certificate, etc. Go ahead and click on WordPress Kit, and then this is going to pop up where we have WordPress Admin. So go ahead and click Go. Now this is WP-admin, and that's how you log into your website. So you just have to go to yourwebsite.com/WP-admin. And right here, just enter in the email address and password that you just set as you were creating the site. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so once you log in, you're going to be presented with this. This is being powered by a plugin by SiteGround. We can just go here and click on Exit. We don't need to follow this on-screen onboarding. We just want to get to our dashboard. Okay, so first things first, let's go to Plugins. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is deactivate this WordPress starter plugin. That's from SiteGround. We don't need it. It takes over the website too much. And so now you have your standard WordPress installation where you can find all your pages and posts, etc. Now, the thing that you also need to do is activate the SSL certificate. So see how it's activated right there? But let's open up the page. And so now it says not secure. So how do we fix that? Very easy. So let's go here. Okay, so now we're under SiteGround Optimizer, Environment Optimization, Enable HTTPS. Go ahead and click on that. Confirm. There you go. So now you've enabled HTTPS. And so now your website is good to go. Okay, so once you enable the SSL, it's totally normal for it to log you out. So just go ahead and log back in. And let's just do a few quick things to set up our website on the back end. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is navigate to Settings and then go to Permalinks. Now, permalinks stands for permanent links. This is going to be the URL structure for your blog posts. Now, I personally recommend that you either go with something like post name, which is your website.com/sample post, or go to a custom structure. And so, for example, if you just click on custom structure, what I did is just click here, / then blog. Okay. And I personally like this structure the most because it gives a nice site architecture to the website, but there's nothing wrong with post name. It's totally up to you. I would avoid dates unless you're creating time-sensitive content. So if you're having like a news-oriented website, then dates make sense. But for most blogs, dates don't make any sense. And plain is the worst one. P equals 123. That makes no sense and it gives no indication to what the website would be about. Anyways, once you're done with that, go ahead and click on Save Changes. Okay, so now we're good to go. Now we need to install a few helpful plugins. So go to Plugins, and we have SiteGround Optimizer, and that optimizes our website so it loads more fast for the end user. So go ahead and click on Add New because we want to add a few more. So the first one is Yoast SEO. Okay, so what the Yoast SEO plugin does, just go ahead and install and activate it. What Yoast SEO does, it just gives you a little bit more control over the on-page description of your website and blog posts and pages. So let's just open up a sample page. Let me just do a quick website creative pro. There we go. So this is your meta description right there, and this is your page title. Yoast SEO allows you to have control over how that appears. And so let's come down here, right at the bottom here. You can put in your meta description and your SEO title. For the homepage, you should definitely have it be the website first, and then some type of keyword description that goes after that. Now, for specific blog posts, it's the opposite way around. So if we notice here, it's the name of the blog post first, page separator, then the site title. Okay? And so with Yoast SEO, you have that control over how that appears. Another thing I like about Yoast SEO is that it gives you breadcrumbs, so you can enable breadcrumbs on your website. And this is very, very helpful for any type of website, particularly blogs, because People can then just navigate to the content that they want. It gives nice internal linking to your specific category pages. Users know where they are, and search engines love breadcrumbs because it just, it organizes the site really well. Anyways, that's why I really like Yoast SEO. And also just gives you, like, see this orange bar right here, it kind of gives you an indication that you need to add more. Has other things up top here where we have an SEO tab and a readability tab to kind of just give you a ballpark estimate, like what things you should improve. Again, it's just a rule of thumb, so to speak. You don't have to like be too stuck with it. Anyways, that is Yoast SEO. Now let's go ahead and add one more. Okay, so navigate back to plugins and go to add new. Okay, so let's go to and type in. Okay, so let's type in Smush. Okay, now go ahead and click on install and activate. So what Smush does is it optimizes any type of image you upload to the website by reducing the file size while maintaining the quality. The reason you want to do that is because images on a website take longer to load and it can slow down your website. And so you want your website to load in under a second. And so that's why you want Smush it, because it just optimizes it. Like, this is a big image. Like, okay, so and Smush will optimize an image like this so it loads more fast for the end user. Okay, and so now you have Smush over here. Go ahead and click on it. And you're going to be presented with some type of like onboarding process. Just click next, 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 and just sets up all the settings. And here you go. You're ready to begin the smushing process. Okay. And so when you upload images, it should automatically optimize your images as best it can. And you can also just come over here and just automatically smush images if you want, like with the bulk smash feature right here. Okay. And so last, let's go to our users. Okay, so users is where you can add new blog writers, and you can just change the role of different accounts, etc. So right now you should have one user, and so you have your username here. The role is the administrator. That's the highest level account. That means this person has full control over the website. And so if we come in here, this is the account that you're going to be using to log into your website with, generally speaking. Right here, you can add in a name if you want. And so, for example, when you write a blog post, at the bottom of the blog post, it'll say written by whoever. We don't want it to be written by WCP Tutorials. We want it to be written by like a name, okay? Then I can come down here and change display name publicly as this, okay? Now, if we come down here, we have biographical information. Here is where you can write that specific bio, like, David likes coffee and blah, blah, blah. That sort of thing that you see at the bottom of blog posts. That's where you populate it right here. Then right here, profile picture. There's no profile picture, but if you click on this link, it'll take you to Gravatar, okay? And Gravatar is where you can associate an image with an email. And so that's how you see on any type of blog where you see someone's picture next to their bio. That's what's being populated, okay, over here with Gravatar. Now, let's navigate back to add new, okay? So we have users, add new. Over here is where you can add new users to your website. So say you want to bring on writers, or say you want to maybe keep your admin account, but you want to log in as an editor for increased security, whatever, this is where you can do that. And so right here, you just have to create a new username and a new email, not one that you already used, and then set a password. And then right down here, you can change the role, okay? So you can have administrator, editor, author. So if you're going to bring on other like blog writers, you want to create multiple like author accounts. And then so those author accounts, they can log into the website and then they can publish content, but they don't have too much access to the website overall. And so that's why you want to have this function right here. That's how it works, okay, if you ever want to bring people on. And that is it. Let's install a WordPress theme for our website. So to do that, it's very simple. All you have to do is go to Appearance and go to Themes. Okay, so these are the themes that I currently have installed on my WordPress installation. And so to add a new theme is very simple. You just come down here where it says Add New Theme, or you can click this button up top there where it says Add New. So let's go ahead and add a new theme. Alright, so what we're looking at now is our WordPress directory. All of these themes are completely free to use and install on your website. So you can sort by popular, and these are the most popular themes. I have tutorials on the Hello Elementor 2020, Astra 2017, and the 2019 themes on this channel if you want to check them out. And so to install a theme is very simple. So you just mouse over the theme and then you click on install. And that's it, okay? So you can go to live preview or you can just activate the theme. Okay, so just go ahead and click on activate. And there you go. So you've just successfully installed a WordPress theme. But what if you went ahead and you bought like the Divi theme or you bought like Themify Ultra? How do you upload these themes to your website? Because, for example, if you buy Ultra, for example, you're going to get a zip folder, okay? And so you can download the zip folder to your computer. Then you have to go to add new. And then you have to go to upload theme. And then you have to choose file. Then you go to choose the zip file. There you go. Then click on install now. All right, and then click on activate. And there you go. So now you've just successfully installed a premium WordPress theme. Now, next go back to appearance and go to themes. Now, once you have your chosen theme installed, I want you to go ahead and just delete all the other themes because you don't need them installed. So for example, all you have to do is click on the theme and then right down here, click on delete, click on OK. And just do that for each one of these themes and you are good to go. Okay, that is it for this tutorial video. So now you should have a good understanding about how to properly set up a website using SiteGround and WordPress. So I showed you how to install an SSL certificate and how to activate it. I showed you how to install different themes, different plugins, a nice overview of how to set up different users, as well as general backend settings that you need to take care of, like your perma links. Anyways, that is it for this tutorial video.
Okay, that is it for this tutorial video on how to create a WordPress powered website with SiteGround and an independent domain name registrar. So I hope you got a lot of value out of it and I hope you're able to quickly and easily set up your website with WordPress. Now, if you want a more advanced tutorial, I definitely have that on this channel. So I have a full tutorial on how to create a website with Astra and SiteGround that you can totally check out and follow along with. Astra is one of my favorite freemium themes. They're free, but they have a paid version, but you can do a lot with the free theme. So if you want, go ahead and check out that tutorial video. I'll link it in the description. Anyways, my name is David, websitecreatorpro.com. Have a great day and thank you. Bye-bye.